A merry-go-round, a roller coaster ride, or a journey. Scene 1. A mom playing snake and ladder with her daughter. Yay, there I go from 22 to 58. Now my turn, Mama. 1, 2, 3. Oh, darling, you are eaten by the snake and you need to go all the way down to 7. I don't want to play this game. Scene 2. A husband who is frustrated about his job issues. I knew that this will happen to you. Has any of your stupid plans worked out till date? The scene is dark. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Isn't it our responsibility, being adults of greater experience, to see that we help these little children, the frustrated souls who doesn't know how to accept failures in life? Shouldn't we show an interest in the life of our friends, the suffering husbands, or the uncared for wives? Are there souls who are suffering all by themselves, not having a listening, trustworthy friend to vent out their emotions? Before jumping into the world to help them, let us think about ourselves. Are we emotionally intelligent? Emotional intelligence? Yes. It is the ability to understand one's own emotions and to respond to it positively. Being able to self-motivate, to recover from any disturbing emotions at a faster rate. If we can develop our emotional intelligence, we can communicate effectively, have meaningful relations, improved abstract reasoning, long-term planning skills that helps us in our career life, and also a working memory. A life of any human being is like a roller coaster ride of emotions, a ride of fears, loneliness, sadness, happiness, joy, rejection, feelings of disturbed, uncomfortable, love, pride, excitement, being gloomy, heartbroken, and the ride goes on and on. My dear listeners, Daniel Goleman, the author of New York Times bestseller book titled Emotional Intelligence, eloquently mentions that in order to develop our emotional intelligence, we need to have self-awareness, empathy and social skills, and number 4, self-regulation. So, what is self-awareness? This Toastmaster project on understanding emotional intelligence prompted me to keep a journal of my emotions for the past few weeks. It created an awareness in me that I am no better than that small child we saw in scene 1. I get cranky and boiled up when someone stands against my likes and decisions. I am no better than the wife we saw today in scene 2. I display my own tantrums at my family members. I have surges of anger when my children doesn't act as instructed. Today I realize that I need to spend time with them, talk to them about my expectations with love and cares rather than commanding them. I want to attain my goals of creating a heaven on earth in my family life, being the best mom for my children, to rise up in my career path by developing emotional intelligence. I should develop empathy and social skills. I should value the feelings of my children, husband or family members, and care about their feelings when I get emotionally triggered. Now, being aware of my emotions and the feelings of my family members, I need to self-regulate, which is the process of managing my emotions in a productive way. Now, to work upon this, we need to notice what our feelings are, care about what is happening, and intentionally decide to change our present habit. Now, practice a new one in every possible naturally occurring opportunity. I am going to keep a journal of my emotions. I will evaluate my emotions and the way I grow every day by focusing on efforts that I take to develop myself. I encourage each one of you to do the same, of developing a habit of consciously regulating our behaviors. Dear Toastmasters, today's thought of the day says, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, then change your attitude. And let's learn and say this prayer that resonates with the thought of the day, together on our path of developing our emotional intelligence. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, courage to change the things we can, and wisdom to know the difference. Dear Toastmasters, take a moment and reflect on where you are today and what direction you are choosing for your life. Are you riding a merry-go-round, repeating the old mistakes or unhealthy behaviors? Or is your ride more like the ups and downs of a roller coaster, sitting back and holding on for dear life? Instead of sitting back, believing to be powerless, let us embrace the ups and downs, evaluate and learn from the life lessons. Let us create new paths, directions that we decide, and wisely choose and have an enriching and satisfying journey. It's time to take a decision, dear Toastmasters. A merry-go-round, a roller coaster ride, or an enriching journey. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So let us move on to our evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Roger Matthew. Over to you.
A merry-go-round, a roller coaster ride, or a journey. This was based on the understanding of emotional intelligence. The speaker started with a real quote and with the props. She has touched upon various subjects, which was a journal of emotions she must have captured during the past few weeks at her home. The speaker had given an example of a mom and a daughter. And secondly, she had given an example of husband and wife. That itself shows that the speaker had done her homework. She had captured, as per the project requirements, the speaker has captured the emotion of the past few weeks at her home. Moreover, moving ahead, the speaker had quoted on Daniel Goleman on emotional intelligence, and an author, a famous author on various books on emotional intelligence. Well done. It was a great speech. However, moving forward, there are a few tips which we can incorporate in your speeches. Toastmaster Anjana, any speech, the audience will get glued to your speech, or will they get attracted to your speech if you have humor imbibed, incorporated in your speech. When you speak about husband and wife, and you had an option to introduce that. However, moreover, you are a wonderful speaker, eloquent speaker. However, if you could control on the pitch and the rate of your speech and the words used in a minute, or that would have given a much more impact. And you had enough time. I think you immediately, when green was turned on, you concluded your speech. However, knowing your time, do not rush. You have enough time in your hand, so adjust and arrange the pitch and the rate of your speech, the usage of words in a minute, so that it's easy for people to understand and the audience will have a message to carry home. With these corrections, with these tweakings incorporated, you can be a wonderful world-class speaker. Well done, Toastmaster Sanjana. Great speech. Well done. Over to you, General Evaluator.